welcome back to episode 4 with your boy Da Vinci's up and coming. I'm sorry I took a 2-week hiatus. I was trying to find some people, but I got none other than a talented Miss Eve over here.
I am an abundantly thick, juicy royal goddess that is gonna own this day like the bad bitch that I am.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. So excited to be talking to you.
Good deal. So, you're an artist. So I don't know if you know, but Up and Coming is a show about trying to expose different talented people nationwide, expose work. You are an artist. I can see that you got in the background. Kind of tell me about yourself. Tell the people about yourself.
Okay, so I am an artist. It's hard to say one thing that I'm kind of working on or doing because I have my hands in so much. I really am just like an artist in nature. I got my hand in a lot of different art pots, music, painting. I do body paint. So I got a lot going on right now, but I'm originally from Germany. My dad was military, so we grew up moving around a lot. He retired here, so I've been here. I went to high school here in Augusta, Georgia. So I've been here for a minute and establishing myself here as an artist. So
moving from Germany to moving kind of like a culture shock. Because I've never been to Germany, but I've lived in Augusta, and so how does the two fluctuate of what you're going?
So being an artist who is from another place and is somebody who's just well traveled, I feel like I have a very broad perspective. I really know how to connect with people from all different places. I've been submerged in a lot of different cultures, and all of those things have kind of played influence into who I am, how I connect with people through my art. And like I said, through all of my art, even just talking to them, expressing myself in all forms to people. It's literally everything that makes me who I am as an artist, being from somewhere else and being here. So,
do you have a certain style of art? What inspires you? What's your certain style?
Okay, so I have always been attracted to anime, any type of pop art. Has been what attracted me, and kind of I kind of got my passion from watching my brother draw. My brother is an amazing artist, and he drew a lot of anime and Dragon Ball Z, and he made comics, and I would sit by him and watch him, draw, and that's what kind of pulled me into wanting to be an artist. So that's kind of my biggest, I would say, inspiration. But style-wise, I'm really just, like I said, I'm kind of all over the place. I really just like to give a meaning in the paintings that I do for myself, or the paintings that I do in my own time. They've all got something in them that's trying to give a message, or really convey something. But then as far as the things that I commission for other people, I get to do all of the other things I love, the anime, that more street art, is what I get to do when I'm doing commissions. So it's nice.
You said, I want to go back to something you said. You kind of reminded me of me and my sister's situation. I got into drawing cartoons. I got into drawing cartoons back when I was younger because my friend Corey, knew how to draw really well. He went to Davidson, draws, whatever. He does his thing. And then my sister started copying me, and she started drawing because of me. And so now you kind of said, I was watching my brother draw, and that's how I got into it.
I'm like your little sis.
So how old?
Seriously, a big brother, or just a male role model, in a young girl's life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that definitely played a part. Just looking up to him, thinking he was so cool, and watching how what he did wowed people. It really was. My brother is exceptionally well artist. He's very talented. So he would get this response from people with his art, and I got to see that at a young age. I really got to see how he's able to kind of express something and it hit somebody. And I remember just being young and sitting with him drawing all day practicing. I'd bring him stuff and it was probably trash, but he would be okay. you did this or you did that, or he would correct my shading or something. But yeah, I really just started off wanting to be like, I'm just trying to be like my brother.
You gotta help. You gotta help little sis out. You gotta help little. It doesn't matter how. It don't matter if it was trash or not. How old were you?
Yeah, he treated it like it was dope. So, it
How,
gave me the little bit of encouragement that I needed to like always go back and keep practicing.
well, look at you. I mean, you got the. Before I go into that question, you got the good stuff now. But
Yeah.
how old were you when you started?
So I have been honestly painting and drawing my entire life. My family is all really creative. My mom and dad did a great job of always keeping, stuff on hand for me to draw, paint with, supplies. They let me mess things up and get messy. I always remember having like a room with like paint all over the floor, and
Mhm.
I was always able to kind of like go to art and do it. But as I got older, I told myself that I wasn't going to do art because it's just not realistic. My dad, like I said, he's military. So I had him kind of like on my back a little, like, you have to pick a job that's realistic. Like, what's an artist? What are you going to do with that? And at the time, I wasn't doing it as a business. I wasn't really, I wasn't at that level of potential really yet, showing them that I could even do it, on
Yeah.
that level. So I didn't have nobody backing me up when I went into school, into college, and was picking what I wanted to do. I actually went for criminal justice, and
Ooh.
I switched like first semester. I was like, oh no, this is dead. I met some of the art students, and I was like, oh yeah, this is where it's at. And it kind of
Yeah.
like, it put me in my zone. And art is something that I would put down and say, like, I'm not gonna do it. And then I'd be like, okay, I can't stop doing it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. And then I go back to it and I do it. And I started progressing, and then was like, you know what? As a business, I enjoy doing this. This is what I've always like gone back to and like wanted to do. And it's been maybe 2 years now that I've actually been doing it as a business, like just trying it out. It's like I'm new at this, so I'm doing it all by myself.
Yeah.
So you know, like I said, when COVID hit is when I was like, oh, I was able to kind of get serious because I was able to stay at home. So I was like, let me just put it to the test. Let me see how much I can produce in this amount of time, and like how much can I charge for it, and like it's just from there I've kind of just step by step put block on top of block and have pushed myself a little further and further.
So we're about to get in the nitty gritty, and we got people starting to trickle in here. So, and that's what we do. We start to. We start that we want to know the real we want to know the real answer. So we about to get into real questions. So you said, all right, so you said that you've always been an artist since you've been like forever ago, right? And then your dad said that, what are you going to do being an artist? So you went to school for criminal justice, and then I think you said the pandemic happened, so you were able to stay at home, and that's when you started creating more and started to take that into a business. So what is your business? Like, what's your business?
So right now, my business is selling customs. I'm selling custom painted jackets. I can paint hoodies, jeans. That is my business as of now.
Yeah.
I've branded myself Eve's Garden, or Garden of Eve, because I needed a larger umbrella to kind of, to evolve as an artist who is selling different things. I don't want to just be selling customs or be limited to that. It's just that resource-wise, that's what's easiest available to me as an artist, and I can get I can run it as a business and make return on it until I can, like I said, kind of build to my next level and have more resource to kind of have my bigger picture and just build up. Eventually, I'd really like to be labeled as a creative director. Like I said, I've kind of got my hands in a lot of different pots. I feel like I've grown so much as a person, and really now just learning all of the aspects of running things as a business. Once I have all of those keys, I know that, like I said, I'll just be able to do a lot more than I'm able to brand myself as doing right this moment. So
I've got a question on the chat. Somebody's asking, I want to know if I can buy a jacket shirt, please.
Absolutely, I can do anything.
You can do anything. So
long as you got the money for your jacket shirt, I'll put whatever you want on that jacket if you got some money to hand me.
Hey, what's up? So I've just linked your Instagram on there. So That's where they can find your business, right? And they can hit you up.
Yes.
You can, I guess y'all can link up and figure out the prices
Yes.
and whatnot.
DM me. I have a price sheet that I'll send and give directions on how how this process works.
So your business name is gARTen, right?
So actually,
Okay.
as of last week, I got back on my LLC that the name was too close to another business that was already operating. Eve's Garden, where that came from is I'm German, so
Mm-hmm.
Garten, garden, and then I uppercase the A